Now we're live.
We're live.
We're live now, people. Okay.
Awesome.
So, welcome everybody to episode 26 of Curveballs and Chair Shots. We are recording live from my room, actually on YouTube Live. So, if you're listening to the podcast and you'd rather watch our beautiful faces, go on Brandon Tanguma's YouTube channel, which is my YouTube channel.
Is that your name?
That is my name.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
I think it's Dominic. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it's, I get called other things. I don't know why, but
okay,
could be worse.
So, let's just jump right into a big week. This is WrestleMania weekend, so it's probably going to be a long one.
I wouldn't doubt if we go at least an hour and a half.
Hopefully we don't do that.
So, I really don't want to.
Shout out to Frederica Moon Canellis or Bennett. No judging, no matter whatever last name she wants to take.
I don't understand. I'm not judging, but what kind of name is that?
Frederica?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Frederica?
I'm like I said, no judgment, but that's kind of a,
it's a different name. These celebrities
really different.
Celebrities, they always have to have like those stupid fancy names.
North and
don't
Saint
hate on, don't hate on my girl Kim.
I'm not hating, just speaking the truth.
All right. So,
but anyways, back to Frederica.
Well, I don't know what else to say. She was born.
It's a baby.
It was a baby. Mrs. Baby got born last week
with a great name.
Monroe.
So,
hopefully they main event at WrestleMania someday.
Birdie's even a better name than Frederica.
Well, Birdie, the only reason her name's Birdie is because that's Bree's and Nikki's clothing line.
I know, but I'm just saying it's still a better
name. Anyways, Carmella is the longest reigning Money in the Bank briefcase holder at 284 days and counting. Any thoughts about this?
Is she cashing in tomorrow?
We can get into that.
I mean, I don't want to, start, predictions yet, but, sooner or later we will.
Yes, sooner or later we will.
Don't look into the camera and then look at me all, whatever.
So the Royal Rumble, the greatest Royal Rumble ever that will be broadcasted in Saudi Arabia, is going to be officially on the WWE Network. Roman Reigns hinted at it. I don't know if he was supposed to say that, but he said it anyways because he's the big dog and he's
Vince's boy.
And he's Roman Reigns.
Yep.
So it's going to be on the WWE Network. I think it's supposed to air like at 8 o'clock Pacific time, which is what we are over here in the Bay Area. Are you going to watch this?
Not Hawaiian time.
Not Hawaiian time.
Okay, making sure. But yeah, I'll either watching it at home or I'm going over here. You already know that.
Really? You have your own WWE Network. You can't just watch it there.
Why am I not watching WrestleMania at my house tomorrow then?
Because WrestleMania is different.
Okay.
WrestleMania is...
This is the greatest Royal Rumble. 50-man Royal Rumble. And I'm going to watch it by myself?
Who cares?
Okay, true.
So, on to some more important news.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels cut his hair.
Okay,
no more ponytail, no more balding.
Thank God.
Yes, it was going really thin up top. Not Baron. I mean, it's not as bad as Baron Corbin. Well, I think Baron Corbin probably worse just because he's younger. His hair shouldn't be like that. Shawn Michaels is older. He's in his 50s. You would think. I mean, old men, I don't think should be really having long hair like that anymore.
What's wrong with old men with long hair?
I don't know. You're gonna keep this forever?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't even shave anymore. Maybe. I probably do need to shave, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I become a professional wrestler in like 5 years, and the ladies love the long locks. No.
I think I'm okay with HBK cutting his hair. I think it looks okay. He's always wearing a cowboy hat, anyways. And every time, I mean, you don't want to go full Hulk Hogan with nothing up top and just having some back mullet action going on back there.
Mullet?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. No, but no, I mean, but he needed to change up his look anyways. So I actually like it. I'm happy.
It's probably less work, less shampooing.
Yes.
Less care.
Yes, exactly.
So I keep it short, like you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna look like Baron Corbin and give you like 5 years probably.
Oh, don't say that.
So yeah, the Hall of Fame was yesterday, 5 hours long. I've attended a Hall of Fame. It was. I don't think it was 5 hours. It might have been 5 hours, but
in total, probably when you got there and
yeah, it just seems like these Hall of Fames are getting longer and longer, and it doesn't help that the stars are getting less and less to where we don't care about them as much.
It's because they don't give them the playoff song.
Yeah, I mean they need to like strictly.
Didn't Lita's go for like fucking forever?
Yeah, Lita. I mean, there's some that like just No hate, no love. I love Lita.
Oh yes, 100%.
But she doesn't deserve to have a 45-minute induction speech. I don't really know if anybody really deserves a 45-minute induction speech.
Roman Reigns does when he.
I mean, maybe Vince. Maybe Vince deserves one just because he's the god of wrestling. He's created everything.
Yeah.
He can tell some crazy stories if he really wants to, but I don't think
he should.
I don't think he would.
Break kayfabe.
But like Ivory, Hillbilly Jim. Who else was?
Goldberg, Dudleys.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, and the Dudleys. Like those
Dudleys deserved it because they've had a career that spans not just WWE, New Japan, TNA. They've done everything, and they deserve to have that. Not a super long-winded speech, but something that, they have had. Well, they're like a 23-time tag team champions.
That means they can't hold on to it because they keep losing it.
True, but I mean,
but definitely Ivory and Hillbilly Jim. I didn't watch it, but I read reports or heard reports that
I heard Ivory went on for like 45 minutes.
Ivory was the only one I watched live, and she was having a ball. She was very energetic. It was okay.
Yeah.
But it was like Ivory, you're not that big of a star. You might have some fun stories, but we're gonna hear stories for another 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like Kid Rock and the kid who got the Warrior Award. They were good because they only had like sub 10-minute speeches, and like Dana Warrior like went on forever just talking about her husband.
Yeah,
and
who you love, right?
We can talk about that another time.
Got him.
Yeah, Mark Henry apparently had a really good speech.
Mark Henry, man, I wish I would have saw that one.
Well, you can for on the WWE Network.
How much is it again?
For only $9.99.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk NXT, but we're going to preview a little ROH to begin with, something that I know you know loads about.
Oh, God, I must be their number one fan.
So we're only going to talk about one match. Cody versus Kenny. This match has been building up forever. Yes. I know I'm going to watch this. I know you're probably not going to watch this, but I want to know as someone from the outside who probably doesn't know really anything about this. Dominic, what do you think about this match?
We're live. You don't need to bury me live.
I got to bury you live, post-produced.
It's behind
the scenes, everything.
Actually, I did see their little. I don't know. I know it was recent, but it was Kenny was talking. They're doing a little in-ring segment, but it actually made me want to watch it. I liked Cody Rhodes in WWE, New Japan Cody, or whatever, Indie Cody, whatever you want to call him. He showed me a different side of him, and I like kind of Dick Cody. I kind of like him.
I think Cody Rhodes is probably the best heel.
Yeah,
in wrestling right now.
Exactly. And it makes me want to watch this match. So I know I've said it before. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I want to watch it. Will I? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I won't find it on YouTube. So
maybe I'll send you over my fight account.
Maybe.
I'm really excited about this match. Maybe not the match I'm looking forward to most this weekend, but I think it'll definitely be fun. I don't know if it's going to main event. I'm always about having the championship matches close the show, but I wouldn't be shocked if this is the last match on the ROH card. Do you know what the ROH championship match is? Don Castle versus Artist Girl.
Okay, sure.
Do you know any of those people?
I know. I've had that. I gave you the villain shirt, remember? I'm such a good person.
So.
Wow. See what I deal with everybody? God.
So, last week, Dominic had his Dream WrestleMania match.
Wow.
Dream WrestleMania.
Yes.
It was pretty good. So basically, the rules are we have one. You have to pick a bunch of different matches. There's no specific criteria about different areas or anything like that, but just you can't use the same person twice.
And you have to have 4 or 5 titles?
Yeah, there's no real restrictions, but I do have some titles on the line.
Okay.
I have a lot of titles. The only match you really took from mine was the Shawn Michaels Kurt Angle match from WrestleMania 21. I was gonna have that on there as the nice technical match, but then thinking over a lot of the tough part is probably the WWE Championship match, because a lot of the big time matches, especially if you want to do like a Hogan match, a lot of Hogan's matches are for the WWE Championship. But I was able to squeeze most of the people that I wanted on there. CM Punk is not on here. Daniel Bryan is not on here.
What?
I know.
No.
My favorite wrestlers are not on here.
I haven't put Daniel Bryan on one. Jeez.
Well, you had what? Do you have the triple threat match?
Yeah.
I was going to do the Triple H one, but then I was like, yeah, but then if you do the Triple H one, you kind of have to do the triple threat because they kind of run together. So, onward. My Dream WrestleMania match. My match, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches in total. I can't remember how many you had. Maybe 8?
I think I had 7, I think.
7? So,
what I want to know, though, I didn't do this, but I want to ask you this. If this is your dream WrestleMania, where would you have your dream WrestleMania at?
My dream WrestleMania, the location.
Yes.
The Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, Illinois. Stone Cold Steve Austin's favorite venue to play in. An electric atmosphere. Sometimes when you have the dome, sometimes the crowd can be red hot and all the air just goes straight up to the ceiling and you can't really hear anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, domes are fun. If we had to pick one, like if I were to pick a dome, I mean...
I'm not asking, I'm just, where would you want your dream WrestleMania?
Probably in Chicago.
Chicago? Okay. Okay.
Or maybe Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
So. Okay. Yeah. I'm not trying to go super, like, I'm not trying to sell it. I mean, this card right here.
You're not trying to go all in.
Anyways. Okay. This card right here, you know, you can go over to one of those 200,000 seat cricket stadiums and sell that thing.
Wembley?
Wembley. I don't know what the hell. Is that a cricket stadium? It's a soccer stadium.
Everybody knows Wembley.
I know Wembley.
Oh.
Anyways.
Let's get on with this thing.
This card is going to tire people out because every match on here is great. Well, okay, not every match. But the first match, we have Austin versus Hart, WrestleMania 13 in the submission match, opening up the show, the double turn, the greatest double turn of all time. And, you know, this would have worked if I did not have my microphone muted.
You were muted the whole fucking time?
Yep, because I was moving my headset back and forth. Anyway, so we're doing the Dream WrestleMania match. I'm pretty sure you could just hear me through your microphone.
I hope so. If not, then...
But anyways...
got a lot of dead air.
Whatever. We're doing the WrestleMania Dream match. So my Dream WrestleMania starts off with Austin versus Hart. And good thing I checked before because I was like, you know, I don't remember if I pushed
So you muted the whole time?
Yeah, you know, who cares? No one's even watched this. It's only for shits and giggles. It's only for shits and giggles. So starting off...
First time, you're bound to make mistakes. Second time, better not.
First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me.
Exactly.
So, Austin versus Hart submission match, WrestleMania 13 to open up the show. I felt like opening up with this match, I do like this match a lot. I'm not like, it's not my favorite match of all time like some other people, but I think it's a nice way to start the show off. Stone Cold Steve Austin, another thing with a lot of his important matches were WWE title matches. He could have gone with Rock and Hogan or Rock and Austin at WrestleMania 19, but The Rock is having another match later on. We will see which one that is. So to kind of get the crowd down, I kind of have up matches and down matches. Not saying that the down matches are bad, but this match, I have Mickie James versus Trish Stratus, WrestleMania 22 for the Women's Championship, the infamous licking of the hand. I love the build to this match. The match itself is pretty good, but, you know, it's kind of, I put it in there to have the women's match. It's not meant to steal the show, but it's there for to have a good time.
Okay, I got that.
So,
I like.
Onwards, we have the Rock's match that I was talking about. Rock versus Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Not a technical classic, but it is a fun match to watch just because the environment. Dominic, I see that you are wincing. What's wrong?
No, I think it's a great match. I don't think I personally would have put it on my own dream match. I feel like Hogan was...
The thing with Hogan is, as I said,
he's always been old. He hasn't been.
But have you seen that match? That match is. I've seen it. That match is great.
I've seen it and the finish and everything. But I mean,
the thing was,
I don't think it's a dream worthy one.
I had. So a lot of, I mean, I have another match where it's kind of like a dream match where it's like a bunch of old people. And it's like, well. We'll get into that.
Let's get into it.
But Hogan, I felt like, a lot of his matches, I was debating like, should I do like the Andre one? Should I do the Ultimate Warrior match? Maybe Savage. But ultimately, I knew which WWE title match I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, Rock and Hogan. I was thinking maybe doing the Hogan McMahon street fight at 19. Good. But I think this is probably my favorite Hogan match if I'm just going to watch it just to watch it. It's very entertaining and watching the crowd go crazy. This is one of the things with this Dream WrestleMania matches. Yeah. All of these matches are kind of like the show stealer, except for the women's match I have. So it's kind of hard to imagine the crowd being that crazy for the entire thing. But I'm just imagining everything in a bubble.
Everything's in a bubble here, folks.
So onwards to the IC title match, WrestleMania 3, Savage versus Steamboat. Some people say the greatest match of all time. Wow. Personally, you know, I've heard some things that the match was structured out move for move, which kind of gives it a little bit of a ding for me. But this match is really enjoyable. A great story, even though was it George the Animal Steel like sexually assaulting?
Miss Elizabeth. Yeah.
Even though Miss Elizabeth said no, And George just kept at it because, no means yes. And back then. Anyways,
good thing you put back then.
Anyways, me too. Stuff like that. So you had WrestleMania 17, the triple threat TLC match, the Spot Fest. I have a Spot Fest match because after all this technical wizardry, especially Rock and Hogan was.
Oh, God, yes.
We have to have a little bit of Spot Fest, make it, change things up a little bit. So we're going to have Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys versus the Hardys in a ladder match for WrestleMania 2000. Probably the only thing worth watching at WrestleMania 2000, except for Ice-T rapping out the Godfather, which was great. If you haven't watched that,
man.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
I really forgot about that.
Anyways, so I really much enjoy this match. It's different than all the other matches.
Yeah.
And
that's the one with Lita and Rhino ran in, right?
Maybe. Maybe.
Hardy Boy fan right here. 2XL shirt. Jerk.
Anyways.
Sorry, I went off a tangent there. That guy from Sneak-On still pisses me off.
Why? Because he thought you were a 2X?
I'm not a 2. People, if you want to send me a t-shirt, I'm an extra large, not a 2X.
And I'm a large.
Really?
I was swimming in your villain shirt yesterday.
That's an extra large.
That you couldn't fit in.
I fit into it fine. Bring it up right now. Put it on right now.
No, you didn't. So onwards to the semi-main event, the match that probably should be main eventing this card, but I have reasons why it shouldn't be. And that would be Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 26, the retirement match. I was debating between 25 and 26, but I think 26, it plays into my main event a lot more, as I will get into, because this is Shawn Michaels' retirement match, and that main evented the WrestleMania card. But this is not main eventing my card, because my main event is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns with the cash-in of Seth Rollins to end off the night. Yes, I was there. I'm sitting on the WrestleMania chair, as you see, right there. So I was there live, but the reason I put this match on last is because the hate for Roman main eventing of WrestleMania when this is supposed to be Shawn Michaels' retirement match, there was a lot of heat in that building.
Yeah.
And if you bring in Roman Reigns main eventing over Shawn Michaels, I think the heat would be even worse. I don't know if I don't think they would turn on they wouldn't turn on the match entirely. They would just side with Brock and then having the cash in with Seth Rollins in. I wanted to kind of put a Seth Rollins match in here to kind of sprinkle in like, oh, Seth already wrestled, so people wouldn't think about it. But honestly, there's no great Seth Rollins WrestleMania matches unless I would do last year's with Triple H, which
it was all right.
It was okay, but it was just such a long WrestleMania that it kind of
hurt
the quality of the match. So that is my dream WrestleMania card. I think it's pretty good, but
I don't know.
Let's come back down to reality.
Maybe mine was better.
I don't know. Maybe you can do a poll that nobody will vote in. But anyway,
I'll vote.
Yes, and then I'll vote, and then it'll be a tie.
Unless you vote for mine.
Unless Donnie or Brian wants to vote.
Nah, I don't think they have a Twitter.
A tweeter. So onwards to real wrestling. We're just going to jump right into predictions. We're not going to do Raw and SmackDown recaps. We can talk about the build when the match happens. So first, we're going to go to NXT TakeOver up this Saturday in a mere hours. In what, 5 hours?
Jeez.
I know. So I think the opening match will be the ladder match. Between EC3, Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, and Ricochet for the new North American Championship. Have you seen this title?
Yes.
It is very vintage looking, leather strap with the gold. I like it. I think it might be Triple H pandering a little bit, but I like it.
To me, it's just another title. It's kind of there's no significance to it yet to me until whoever becomes the first crowned North American champion, they need to make that relevant. Need to bring it to a glory in a sense, make it glorious. No.
Anyways, who do you think is going to win this match? EC3 and Ricochet, they are the two debuting acts, even though they've had time on NXT leading up to this point, but this is really their first big NXT match.
I don't want to say EC3 because just the fact that to have it be his real first match and he wins it, to me isn't fair when you have someone like Adam Cole who's been there for a minute at least and is totally over. But then again, Adam Cole winning it is kind of the obvious choice. I'll go the obvious choice. I'll go Adam Cole.
I'm gonna go Adam Cole. I'm gonna go with Ricochet. I really like Ricochet.
You think Ricochet?
The
Okay.
only thing that I have a problem with is maybe Ricochet is gonna do one big spot in the match, and then that's just gonna be his memorable moment, and he doesn't end up winning the match. But I'm going between Ricochet and EC3. I really think EC3 could do a real good job being that arrogant, champion, kind of like what Bobby Roode was, as you sort of alluded to.
Yeah.
Maybe. But EC3 kind of last takeover, I think he got like the biggest pop out of all the people who were in the crowd, and they kind of go to them, and it's a little surprising. But I think EC3, I don't know what he'll do on the main roster, but I think in NXT, I think he'll be fun. I'm ready to see, especially what he can bring in the ring. Not the best worker, but kind of a character wrestler, kind of like what Cody Rhodes is right now. So if he can get the storyline to get the heat on him, because I do expect him to be a heel.
Yeah,
because that's his best fit. So I go between EC3 and Ricochet.
You trying to combine their names too? You combined everybody's name.
Ishii Ricochet?
Yeah.
So
Ricochet.
Onwards to the NXT Tag Team Championship / Dusty Rhodes Classic Finals. We have the Authors of Pain Undisputed Era of Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. Baby.
I should have been wearing his shirt today, damn it.
Going up against the odd couple duo of Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. I think it's between Roddy, Dunne, and the Undisputed Era. I think AOP is going to be debuting either on SmackDown or Raw next week.
I hope they're on Raw, because Raw needs a tag team division. When your champions are going against Braun Strowman, you need a tag team.
And just Braun Strowman?
And just Braun Strowman. But I rather have Undisputed Era win it, but I got a feeling it's going to be Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, because I feel like they're going to be, usually the odd couples always win. Usually, I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro. Then you had who won it last year? I can't remember.
The Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yeah, was it Authors of Pain?
Maybe, I don't know. I know
there was an odd couple that won.
Samoa Joe and Finn Balor.
That's odd couple there.
The first one.
It's odd couples seem to win it all the time. So as much as I love Undisputed Era, it's probably going to be Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong.
But maybe you can have, since Adam Cole's pulling double duty, have him lose the North American title, but then he comes back and wins the tag title.
Yeah, true.
Could happen.
Maybe. Or maybe he wins the North American and loses the tag titles.
Maybe, but I
mean, Bobby Fish is hurt, so why are you going to have...
But if
Adam Cole had to pull double duty for the next, month and a half, 2 months at least?
Well, if Bobby Fish is hurt, I mean, because obviously Bobby Fish was supposed to be in this match.
Yeah.
But if Bobby Fish is hurt for the next couple months, Adam Cole can just be the tag team champion for now. And then once Bobby Fish comes back, they can be tag team champions, the Red Dragon, and then Adam Cole can do whatever Adam Cole's going to do. Baby.
I like your thought process.
I think this match can be really good. All these guys can go. It might be a clusterfuck of a match, which I think that's what the ladder match is built to do, especially with Lars and Killian Dane kind of being the grounding, the bases to catch everybody. So no one gets hurt. Maybe Lars pulls it off in the end. Who cares? Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
So onwards to the NXT Women's Championship. We have Ember Moon going up against Shayna Baszler. I think Shayna Baszler is going to take this one. I think she's going to win. Maybe Ember Moon gets called up, or maybe they do the best 2 out of 3, because they kind of split back and forth now. I'm going to go with Shayna to take this one.
I feel like to cap off WrestleMania, you have to crown that champion, so I have to agree with you on that one. I think Ember I don't think she'll get called up just yet, but I think definitely by mid-year she'll get called up.
Mm-hmm. I do agree. So, what do you think is going to be the main event of this card? Is it going to be the NXT Championship match, or is it going to be the grudge match between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa? Because I think
that's a hard one.
Gargano and Ciampa possibly can main event, but they could possibly open it just to have a hot start. But I think they deserve to be later on in the show.
That's a really good question.
Because I'm always about having the championships being defended last.
Then again, you also would love to see this main event.
I mean, the thing is, like, if they go out and do what they can do and just have balls to the wall, because it's an unsanctioned match, so it's going to be no disqualification.
Yeah.
If you can't, because you can't really have this and the ladder match go back to back, because they're basically kind of the same thing. So I think that's kind of...
I think
What?
the
Yeah,
the NXT title has to be second to last.
and then have the grudge match last.
Yeah, grudge match all the way. Because you kind of, I understand if they put it first because you were trying to get everyone routed up for it, but you can open that with the ladder match. You can open that with the tag match. You can open that with any other match, but the grudge match, you're pretty much paying to see this grudge match. That's the way I look at it. You want to see what happens. You want to see them tear their heads off because of the hate they have for each other. So I'm putting grudge match last.
So let's just talk about it. Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know much about Tommaso. I'm gonna have to go with Gargano. I mean, I've seen a couple of his matches, so I have to go with Gargano.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why are you going with Gargano?
I mean, I feel like with everything that Tommaso's done, he pretty much screwed Gargano. You know, he's just made his life hell. You know, I know they were friends, and then, you know, for some reason he, you know, betrayed him. But I think Gargano, I think if because he didn't win the title because Tomas screwed him, I think they need to give him something. But also I think he'll be called up pretty soon too as well.
But the thing is, usually when someone gets called up, they do the honors on the way out.
Yeah, but you know, I think it's gonna be different this time. You don't have to eat a pin when you get called up. Look at Trish Stratus when she retired; she won the women's championship.
I do agree with you. I do think that Johnny Gargano's going to win. Gargano's gimmick is kind of he always loses the big one, and I think this is probably the time to have him win. Ciampa, I think he can get his heat back because doing something else. Ciampa, I think, is going to stay down in NXT. I think Gargano's going to get called up, if not this week, maybe in the near future, because I have big dreams for Johnny Gargano.
I know you do.
He can be the next Daniel Bryan if they don't fuck it up, but we all know they're going to fuck it up.
Oh, totally.
We all know they're going to mess it up, but Gargano, I think he can be great. I hope they don't put him in the 205 Live division, which
they will. Which
they possibly will, but I'm going to go with Gargano just because not you know, I don't want to be cliche and say he deserves it but I think he should win.
Yeah.
He should win. So on to the NXT Championship match. We do not think that it will main event. It might. We don't ever know. Yeah. Andrade Cien Almas going up against Aleister Black.
Aleister.
Mm-hmm. I really like Aleister Black. Probably my favorite NXT person. Maybe, but maybe. I don't know.
Wait, excuse me?
Maybe. Is that supposed to be... Sorry, is he yours? And I'm sorry. Okay, fine. He's my favorite.
Thank you.
Okay.
I hit you with that black mass, homie.
Anywho, full disclosure, I haven't watched NXT. I really just watch the takeovers, but I kind of keep peripheral vision on it. I don't really feel there's a lot of heat behind this, so I think that's one of the reasons why Gargano and Ciampa probably will main event.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you want to go with Black? He's kind of been undefeated this entire run. I mean, I think you're gonna go with Black.
Me? Yeah. I'm going with Aleister Black.
So I'll go with Almas. Why not?
Because you're an asshole.
I know, because I'm an asshole. So why? Tell me why Black is gonna win.
Well, you know, I don't want to sound cliche, but I think he deserves it. Does that sound right?
That sounds just like me.
Exactly. No, honestly, he does deserve it, but I don't know what it is about him. He has that mystique of he's that badass, but he doesn't really go. He's not that cocky, arrogant badass.
He's a silent assassin.
Exactly. And, you know, I think fans resonate more with him than with Almas.
Well, Almas is a heel. They're not supposed to resonate with him.
This day and age, everybody wants to be a heel because it's easier to be a dick than to be a good guy.
Except for Cody Rhodes. Nobody likes Cody Rhodes. Except for Philip. I don't know why Philip likes him so much. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought him up.
Should we talk about that now right now?
No.
That's what I thought.
So, that's it for NXT. I'm really much looking forward to this. Gonna watch this and then go back and watch the ROH thing because ROH, sometimes they don't have a reliable streaming service, so I'm just going to watch NXT and then watch ROH on tape delay because I know nothing's going to mess up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Are you gonna
Proud of you, son.
Are you going to watch ROH?
I don't know. Maybe you send me the link. Maybe.
I mean, I told you forever to watch Cody or Kenny and Jericho, and I had to strap you down and be like, watch this, damn it. And you
strap me down. We're in the Mustang at the marina.
Yeah. Anyways. Onwards
under a blanket watching the match.
Onwards to WrestleMania. We have the kickoff show. We have the Battle Royals. We will start off with the men's Battle Royal.
They're doing the men's before the women's again?
I don't know. I'm just going. There's no real set list, but I feel like the men's, there's no real storyline behind anything. At least for the women, there is Sasha and Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
So the men's Battle Royal. What do you think is going to happen? Basically, the glorified Jobbers Battle Royal. Get everybody on the card so everyone gets a payday and say they've been at WrestleMania.
So who's gonna win this? Andre the Giant. I'm
going with the returning Bray Wyatt.
What?
A reincarnated Bray Wyatt comes out and screws over Matt Hardy, and he wins the whole thing.
No, I think Big Cass returns and wins it.
I can see Big Cass. I can't see Samoa Joe coming back. I think Samoa Joe does not.
I think Joe comes back tomorrow on Monday on Raw.
I think Joe is too big of a deal to be thrown into this Andre Battle Royal. Big Cass, he is what he is. He's green. He was a heel, but then usually when you come back, you're a face. But I don't know if the crowd is going to react big to Cass.
Oh, okay, hang on. Sorry. Side note. They dropped the charges on Enzo.
Okay.
So
there wasn't really much. There wasn't really much there.
So
what you're going to say? They're going to reunite?
Maybe.
I think Enzo had a lot of other problems besides the rape allegation.
Just saying.
Not saying rape is nothing to scoff at, but I'm just saying Enzo had a bunch of other stuff going on before that happened.
I know. I'm just saying maybe throw him in there. Maybe I don't know. You got the sauce.
No.
Okay.
I don't have to. So you're going with Big Cass.
I'm going Big Cass. I think
so.
Big
Basically,
Cass.
So both of us think someone who's not even advertised for the match is going to win.
Dilly.
Dilly.
Mm-hmm.
So onwards to the women's Battle Royal. The only real storyline they have going is Sasha and Bailey, and then maybe Becky Lynch and the Riot Squad. That whole thing going on with them. But I don't know if it's too obvious for it to be down just to Sasha and Bailey and then have them work it out, and then someone beats the other one, throws them over the top rope.
Or double elimination, and they have to restart the match,
and nobody wins. I'm gonna go with Bailey.
They screwed Bailey over so much. It's kind of like
once again, there's like no real heel in this dynamic.
How many women are in this match?
Just the whole division,
except for
everybody who's not
matches.
Everybody who's not in the tag match in the whatever title match.
Do you think we have a surprise entry or two?
The thing is, you did that already for the Royal Rumble.
You don't have maybe a returning Nikki Bella?
I don't know.
A Brie Bella? A Lita?
That's the thing Trish? That's the thing is, you did all this for the Royal Rumble. That was the main event of the Royal Rumble. Then you're going to throw them on for the pre-show and have them come back for a spot. And the Battle Royal, it's just everyone gets thrown into the ring at once. It's not like a Royal Rumble where they get their own entrance.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I don't know. If you're going to go Bailey, I don't want to go Sasha because I don't...
You don't think either one of them is going to win?
I think it's going to come down to them two. It's going to be them two and someone else. And that other person's going to double eliminate them because they can't stop going at each other.
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch turns on a horsewoman.
Becky Lynch. There you go.
Give me that Becky. So on to what I hope is the main event of the pre-show. The 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. I do not watch 205 Live, but I've heard it's been really good lately. I hope they give them enough time to have a really good match, because if you put this on the main card, it has a chance of getting poo-pooed on because everyone's tired and waiting for the next big thing.
Unless you open it.
Yeah, but I think the opening match of WrestleMania is probably too prestigious for them, to be honest.
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
Wow.
I think the opening match, you want to start off with something the crowd cares about. It's going to be hot. 205 Live has been better lately, but it's still 205 Live. But I think the pre-show, when everyone's there, they're ready for some wrestling, I think it's probably the best time for them. Which okay. I think, they are on the pre-show. I just think hopefully they main event.
They probably won't, because
it'll probably be the women's main eventers. Yeah. Probably be the women's battle royals.
Yeah, because
women's empowerment.
Yep.
Wow, Dominic, you're an asshole.
I know.
So who's gonna win?
Cedric Alexander, my boy.
And then I'll go Mustafa Ali just to be different.
Go ahead, because Cedric Alexander is going to win that match. Because he was going to beat Enzo a long time ago, and then Enzo had a fuck up, so Cedric Alexander. He's a hell of a talent.
Hell of a talent. So
underrated talent.
Okay, on to the main card. What do you think is going to be the first match of the show? What is the first match on WrestleMania? I think it's going to be the United States Championship match. I think they're going to start off with the title match.
Well, I think they will too. But you really want a fatal? Well, yeah.
Because I think this is probably the coldest match they have on the main card, and you can if you have the coldest match on first, it gets helped by the hot crowd.
Yeah. Well, no.
I mean, it's either that or the tag title match, or probably the coldest on the card. But I think with Rusev Day being as over as it is, that could be a nice opening scene for WrestleMania.
When Rusev wins the United States title?
You going with Ruru?
I'm going with Ruru.
You're going to go with Ruru? I will go with Randy Orton retaining the United States Championship with an RKO out of nowhere, because that's what Randy Orton does.
Okay, whatever you say.
I'm hoping. What I would love to see is a Bobby Roode Rusev double turn. I don't think it's going to happen, but a boy can dream.
I'm going to change my pick right now for the men's battle royal.
What?
Aiden English is going to win it.
Aiden English has to be warming up backstage for that lovely song he's going to sing.
Exactly.
So he's going to wrestle, come back, warm his vocal cords, and then serenade Rusev down to the ring.
Yep.
All right. You heard it here first. So we're going to go on to another title match, the IC title match, the triple threat match between Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. Miz just becoming a daddy. Who wins the match? Do we get a new champion, or does Miz retain?
I've said it for way before Samoa Joe got hurt that Finn Balor was going to win it. And then them two were going to feud, and Joe was going to win it. So I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going Finn Balor as the new Intercontinental Champion.
And I will Seth Rollins as the new Intercontinental Champion. God. I think you get the title off The Miz. You get Miz. I mean, I think it depends on what they do with Daniel Bryan. If Daniel Bryan's going to Raw, I think you have The Miz and Daniel Bryan on the same show. But if Daniel Bryan stays on SmackDown, I think you get Miz over to SmackDown and have them build to that match.
Well, if Miz drops the title, is Miz then in contention for the World Heavyweight title? One of either the SmackDown.
I mean, I can see Miz being one of the first people Roman Reigns faces off for the Universal title, or Nakamura or AJ. Because he is kind of probably one of the top heels to have in the company right now. So I can't see them getting the title off of him just to move him up to the...
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, there's no real challengers for the top titles that we haven't seen a million times.
Exactly. And he was once a WWE champion. Why not give him another title? He was good at it. I mean, I hated him, which he was supposed to make me do. So
I think this match can be a show stealer. I think this match can be really good. Miz, he's a daddy now. He's gonna have the thunder in his eyes, and he's gonna be ready to have a great match. Finn and Seth.
Finn Balor's first WrestleMania.
We're not gonna get the Demon entrance, which we shouldn't, because that should be safe for when he's gonna have a WWE title match.
Yeah.
Do not use the Demon all the time when he's having a big pay-per-view match.
Yes.
Just save it for maybe do it twice a year at most.
Yes.
But. I mean, the problem is we've seen Seth and Finn wrestle a bunch of times the last couple weeks on Raw. But, I mean, hopefully they can pull out something just crazy, because that's what both of these guys do, especially Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is known for, just going balls to the wall crazy when he wants to. Last year, he had Triple H, and Triple H is Triple H, so we know he's not going to do anything with him. But
yeah. But now you got Finn Balor, who is young and...
Well, he's not young. He's in his 30s.
That's young.
Well, I think
wrestling age, is kind of old, but
is he older than The Miz?
Probably.
I don't know. I might have to get on that. All right, keep talking.
Keep talking. Well, no.
Talk about this match.
Talk about this match. No, I still think they have many. They have different ways they can utilize all their different capabilities. I was actually thinking last night that you can have Seth hit the what's it called now?
It's just the stomp.
Just the stomp.
That's how they call it.
Stomp on Miz. He goes for the pin, finishes the coup de grace, boom, it's over like that. I have different. You can go many different ways with it. But can you not look it up? Fuck it. Who cares?
Well, I already got it here. Seth is 31.
Oh.
So Seth is by far the youngest out of everybody. Miz is 37 and Finn is 36.
Miz is 37?
Yep. I mean, you got to think he's been in the company since like the mid 2000s.
Really? He's 37?
He was on the Real World in what, like 2000 something, 2005?
Yeah, damn.
Something. So he's old.
Damn.
But the way he wrestles, he could wrestle for another 10 years because he's not like a Seth Rollins or a Finn Balor where he's going crazy and stuff. Yeah. And he kind of was just thrusted into the WWE, so he doesn't have all those mileage on him like those other guys do.
Yeah.
But I think this match can be great. I mean, it could be okay. It all depends on time. Maybe we can get the time constraints later on after we preview everything.
Yeah.
On to the tag title matches, on to the SmackDown title match. This could possibly be a surprising show stealer. Maybe not all-out show stealer, but probably surprising just because, I mean, it's the Bludgeon Brothers. And we haven't seen really the Bludgeon Brothers do anything. All they've done is squash matches, but Luke Harper is amazing. Eric Rowan's Eric Rowan. But the Usos are great. New Day's great. I really am looking forward to see what they do with this.
I'm kind of not really into it.
I mean, the build,
feel like it's going to be...
The build itself has been terrible, especially what they did last on SmackDown with that ad, basically, of WrestleMania being free, and then the Bludgeon Brothers just attack the laptop or whatever, the camera for no reason. I think the Bludgeon Brothers pull it up because you have to have them win. They've been built strong for all this time. They need to be undefeated right now because, I mean, they're basically like the big threat in the tag team division right now, and just have them hold the titles. Usos have had it for a long time. New Day's held the tag titles, 5 times at this point?
Something like that, yeah.
You don't need to go back to them. So I think Bludgeon Brothers are going to win.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fun match.
The only reason I say I'm not really into it is because of the fact that it's the Bludgeon Brothers and you already know it's New Day and Usos are going to team up and to try to get them out of the match. But and then it's going to be them, which we've seen them 1,000 times, and we've seen everything they can do. I mean, what was the last pay-per-view?
Fastlane.
Fastlane. Was it Fastlane before WrestleMania? Yeah, right? Yeah. And they were just mimicking their fucking moves and everything. It was...
Well, I mean, they basically done everything.
Exactly.
It was fun.
It's kind of old, and it's like, so you already know they're going to team up, get rid of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They're going to go at it. Then they're going to come back into it. It's kind of like I already know what's going to happen.
You don't know. You're not a psychic.
All right. Whatever you say.
You just have
I had a dream about this last night. So
you're dreaming about the triple threat SmackDown tag title matches?
Yeah, I was in it.
We were in it and we won the whole thing.
Yes.
No. I wasn't.
Whatever. No, but I do agree with you, though. I think it is going to be Bludgeon Brothers. But I'm not juiced. I don't think anything big is going to happen. So unless Luke Harper throws Eric Rowan over the rope and onto everybody.
So on to the Raw tag title match. We have Braun Strowman with a mystery partner to be determined, because if he doesn't have a tag team partner, he's not going to have the match, up against the defending champions, The Bar. First, who is Braun Strowman's tag team partner?
I don't know.
I'm going with James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth in the building, having indie matches. I think it's going to be James Ellsworth.
I know people said Rey Mysterio. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They were saying that for John Cena, huh?
Oh, well, Rey Mysterio's been another... It's kind of like him, Ellsworth, Elias, maybe Big Show. Those are kind of the big names.
See, I don't want Big Show.
I think Big... I mean, with Braun, I think it needs to be like
a smaller guy.
A smaller guy, and they can kind of have like the Jericho Big Show comedy thing going where... And it's kind of built... It's even more because Braun is so dominant, and then Ellsworth is Ellsworth.
No chin music.
So I think that's why I think Ellsworth is the best pick. I mean, they did just get rid of him. They're going to bring him back for a tag title run and then have him on for, I don't know, a couple months, because I think it's kind of just like a placeholder for Braun until like SummerSlam or Money in the Bank or whenever, just till something big comes along for him.
I could see that being at Money in the Bank and then him winning Money in the Bank.
And they just cashes it in because he's Braun Strowman, he doesn't care.
Exactly.
So you haven't even picked a partner.
I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to think of like somebody who is not on the card that I'm not even thinking of.
But the thing is with Braun is like
Sting.
You would love to see that.
I
But
would love that.
the thing with Braun is like he's such a dominant personality and just cares about him winning by himself. Is why would he pick a Big Show, Rey Mysterio, somebody who has the track record of being a big star, and a Samoa Joe or somebody like that? I mean, I think Elias. Like, I thought if they did do something with Elias, it would just be something of like he's okay. The next person I see, he can be my tag partner, and then Elias just comes strolling and singing, acting like an asshole. And then he gets paired up with him, but they haven't really done anything. So it's really, unless they do a backstage segment at WrestleMania on the pre-show where he's talking to Angle and like he gets paired up with somebody. But I think it's going to come down to Braun picking somebody, and if Braun's picking somebody, it's going to be a really weak person, or maybe it's like a creative team member.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, JEFFJARREWD. Woo.
Well, I'm just thinking because you could have Jeff Jarrett come out because his shtick is the guitar, and then you can have Elias be like, hey, I have a guitar too. Why didn't you pick me? And then they could fight, and then winner you two is my partner.
Speaking of Elias did a gig on Bourbon Street.
I saw that,
and that was fun. Matt Hardy on Bourbon Street.
Yes, I did.
Apparently, Bourbon Street's worth. I mean, I saw Xavier Woods with some YouTube people.
Can we go to Bourbon Street?
Sure, why not?
Right,
we should have got media credentials and got down there. But Elias apparently is going to do a live show at WrestleMania. Is this where we see The Rock and Rock interrupts and gives some rock bottoms, talk some shit, and does Rock things?
I heard The Rock wasn't even going.
Well, I heard The Rock was going to be there.
Well, I heard from a reputable source that he wasn't going to be there. Okay.
So you're going no Rock, I'm going Rock?
Yep.
What's going to happen?
Yes.
So it's just going to... He's just going to sit there, sing for 5 minutes. Okay.
Say thank you. Goodbye.
Is he going to be nice to the New Orleans crowd?
Oh, hell no.
All right.
It's Elias.
He's going to probably do some like Minnesota Vikings joke or something. Okay, onwards to maybe the most high-profile match. Team Angle against Team Authority. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle going up against the McMahon-Helmsley regime of Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. I mean, God, I hope Ronda Rousey wins. I mean, there's something going on. There's some bullshit going on. Unless if like there's a turn and Ronda just joins the Authority.
I'm just nervous to see what happens with Ronda. I know she's been training. I know she's been doing everything she can, but I'm really afraid that this crowd's gonna just be in the straight assholes to her.
Well, I mean, she's been getting good reactions the last couple weeks. Like, I mean, except for like the week after she signed her contract, she got some cat calls. But then after that, she's kind of been getting good reactions. I think people are kind of coming around to like, yeah, she is here. She loves what she's doing. I think if she does shit the bed at WrestleMania and like there's botches, there will be some booing and some like heckling.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to give her the benefit of the doubt to begin with, and I think she's going to have to earn the crowd's respect. And if she goes out there and has a capable match, I mean, there's obviously no high expectations because Stephanie's no ring general herself.
Yeah.
But I think the whole match is going to be built around, which is a shame because Kurt Angle's coming back to WrestleMania, and we have had like no build up for that at all.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, the match I think it's going to be like 80% Kurt and Triple H, and it's going to build to a hot tag.
Ronda and Triple H.
You really think they're going to have intergender wrestling?
Oh, I don't think Triple H can hit her with a pedigree, but I think
so
Ronda can hip toss him or something.
Yeah, but but then that's the thing is like, does Triple H respond and like hit her back?
Maybe.
I don't think WWE's in the business of having men hitting women.
That's how they made their money back in the Attitude Era.
Is this the Attitude Era?
They need to.
Having some
on to the next one.
Flashing some titties and drinking some beer is not gonna, bring the 5 million people.
Shut up and read the paper.
So you picked Ronda Rousey to win?
I picked Ronda Rousey.
Does she tap out Triple H or Stephanie McMahon?
Triple H.
She's gonna tap out
that motherfucker out.
She's gonna tap out Triple H?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go see
because Stephanie shouldn't tap out because she's too big of a star. Triple H can eat a pin.
Triple H has the most losses in WrestleMania history.
Let's add another one to it.
Okay, we'll add another one to that. So another tag team match. We have Team Cammy, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens going up against Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon's going to wrestle, apparently.
I don't. Yeah, you told me he had what A hernia?
Diverticulitis, a hernia, staph infection.
How is he even alive?
Let alone gonna wrestle a match.
I still think you need to attack him backstage and have someone fill in for him.
Johnny Gargano.
And that's where Gargano comes in.
Because I mean, before this whole diverticulitis thing, I thought Shane was gonna take most of the heat and then build to the hot tag of Daniel Bryan. But now that Shane is like sounded like he was almost on his deathbed with all the shit that was going on with him. I mean, Daniel I think has to carry the load here. It's gonna be fun.
You're gonna have a man who hasn't wrestled in 3 years,
but he has been training. He's been working. He's helped train Brie. They don't want any of that footage out, as if you watch the YouTube channel, like he says, like, oh, I was training Brie, trying to get her back into ring shape, and we were gonna, upload a video, but WWE didn't want us to do that.
Yeah, well,
so it's not like he hasn't been training and working.
But he's not, working he hasn't been working for 3 years, working her match. So
touche. I mean,
that's ring rust.
People say it's one thing to do a drive-through match, and then once you get in there, adrenaline starts pumping and you get blown up quicker. I think it's going to be a fun match. I am very curious to see what happens. On SmackDown, there's some awkward exchanges between Shane and Bryan. I think Shane missed one of his lines. They did the whole send-off with the na. And, I mean, I can see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens maybe winning just because they're supposed to get fired if they don't win. You know me, I'm going to be cheering for my boy Daniel Bryan. Hopefully he wins. Hopefully it's a great match.
Do you see a Daniel Bryan heel turn?
If they're smart, no. I can see a Shane McMahon heel turn. I mean, the thing is, like, how do you justify a Shane McMahon heel turn with all the stuff that him and Cammy have gone through? I'm hoping Daniel Bryan wins. I'm hesitant to think. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens might pull it out just because they're a bunch of assholes and they don't like feel-good stories and having Daniel Bryan win.
Or you have Shane McMahon get, maybe Daniel makes the call, hey, I don't think you're healthy. I'm going to take this other person. And then Shane McMahon comes, screws them. There you go.
Okay.
Got you guys a 5-star match. 6-star.
6-star? 6-star. So on to the singles title matches that really matter. The women's title matches and the men's title matches. The Raw women's title match, we have Nia Jax going up against Alexa Bliss. Good build. They've kind of been Alexa Bliss being the small bully going up against Nia Jax. I think the whole match is going to be built around Alexa Bliss running away and then finally having Nia's getting her hands on her, and I think Nia's going to beat her pretty easily.
I want to assume that, but I got a feeling maybe Nia will get carried away and get DQ'd.
You're seeing a DQ? I can't see a DQ finish.
I can see Nia or maybe even Alexa being afraid and doing something illegal, but I would love Nia to win, but I got a feeling Alexa's going to sneak it out somehow. I got a feeling.
So I'm going to go with Nia. You're going to go with Alexa.
Yeah.
How long do you think this match is going to last?
Not that long.
Sub 8? Sub 5?
I'm going to say under 8.
Under 8, so between 5 and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So a lot of stalling.
Yeah.
And then finally, okay. I can see that. I definitely think this is going to be one of the shorter matches on the show.
Yeah.
On to the women's title match that we all care about. We have Asuka versus Charlotte. The build for this has not been great. I kind of equate this to the AJ Nakamura build. It's kind of like we all know it's going to be a great match. So here you go. We're not going to put much emphasis and storytelling behind it, even though when you put storytelling behind it, it makes the matches that much better. It hurts that Asuka can't get a promo. They've been doing these video packages for a long time now. Carmella's been cashing in, trying to cash in the last couple weeks on SmackDown, so that's raising some eyebrows. Is she going to try to cash in on WrestleMania? No real definitive word if this is just for SmackDown. If she can go for maybe cash in on Raw. Maybe Alexa Bliss is knocked out because Nia Jax gets DQ'd.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Carmella comes in, cashes in on Alexa Bliss, and there you go.
There you go.
Okay, but talk about SmackDown.
I'm going to go
Charlotte and Asuka. I think Asuka needs to win.
I think if Asuka doesn't win, it hurts her way more than anything else. Than when she loses her actual first match.
Yeah, I mean Charlotte lost to Natalya a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So Charlotte can obviously lose here. I think Asuka, it's not the time for Asuka to lose. I mean, I really think Asuka and Ronda Rousey can be good. If Ronda Rousey proves that she can be a really good worker, I think this match can be big money next year at WrestleMania. I know Charlotte and Ronda Rousey can be a big match just because Charlotte has the Flair name, but I think Asuka and Rousey can kind of be like the two bad. It can kind of be like Cyborg and Rousey, the match we never got. God. The two well, I think Cyborg would have killed Ronda Rousey, but that's just me. But we'll get into UFC talk later.
Later?
Yeah. We got some UFC. Don't worry. It has to do with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, okay.
I'm down. But I think Asuka does win. What do you think?
I agree.
You agree? No shenanigans, no Carmella cash-in. Maybe even a Carmella cash-in and then Asuka just pins her like nothing.
I don't want that to happen, but it could happen. But no, you pretty much stole everything I was going to say. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have no complaints. What you said, 100% true.
So
you're smart. I'm dumb.
Okay.
Wow. You don't. You have nothing.
I was thinking about what we should talk about next.
Wow.
Bible. I was thinking about what we should talk about next. Do you want to talk about John Cena or do you want to talk about the championship?
I was going to ask when we're going to bring Cena into this.
We'll bring in Cena right now.
Where does he fall into any of this? Where does he fall?
John Cena cut a last gas promo on Raw, calling out The Undertaker. Nothing. No gong, no motorcycle rev, nothing. So John Cena is going to WrestleMania as a fan. And that raises the question, is John Cena going to sit at front row at WrestleMania for 5 hours and get piss drunk and then call up The Undertaker halfway through?
Get out of here.
Halfway through the show. And, I don't know. We saw Cock Blockers yesterday.
Great movie.
You should go watch it. It's funny.
Great movie. John Cena, Leslie Mann. What's his name?
Morgan from the Minty Project. That's all I know him by.
Sure. Great parents. The girls in it. Great actresses. Definitely will buy that when it goes to DVD.
Anyways. So John Cena, what does John Cena do? Does he kick off the show? Does he just sit there front row? Does he what does John Cena do? This is really, this is intriguing to me because I don't know what they do. There might not even be anything. Maybe Cena does just sit there for the entire match. Maybe he calls them out and they just do a segment. Maybe they get a match. What do you think, Dominic? A lot of different options.
Part of me can maybe see this happening is maybe Cena comes out, says, oh, where you at? Nothing happens. He says, fine, I'm going to sit in the front row. Move, kick this person out, whatever, sits down. And he sits there, and maybe during an end of a match or something like that, maybe when Elias does his little song, maybe Cena comes out and says, yeah, get the hell out of here. I should be here, Taker should be here, and then maybe that's when we have a dong, or
we have a dong.
Gong, my bad. But or I don't know. I really don't think maybe who else could replace Taker that would make us go, holy shit, this is amazing.
We saw that at WrestleMania 32 with him and The Rock. So I don't think it's going to be. I think there's going to be something. Something's going to go down. I don't think it's going to be a match. I think they're going to have,
and then they point at the next WrestleMania sign.
Yes, that is the rumor that they're going to do the 1 year build to WrestleMania 35, because I think if this is Taker's, Taker's last match should be billed as Taker's last match.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get something. I think this card is stacked enough and it's going to be long enough that you don't need an Undertaker John Cena match. It'll be fun. It'll be, I'd love to watch it. Yeah. I don't exactly know what's going to happen in terms of match quality, because Undertaker is past his prime. John Cena is not one to carry somebody to a great match. But what do you think? Segment or match or nothing?
Segment.
You think it's just a segment, no match?
No match.
Okay. So we're going to get next year?
Yes.
Okay. So we are in agreement there. The main two men's championship, we have the WWE Championship with Nakamura and AJ Styles going up. Not main event. I don't think it's going to main event the card. I think it should.
I agree.
But
if you win a Royal Rumble, you should have the main event at WrestleMania.
But they've been doing some sort of build the past couple weeks. Nakamura saying that AJ is too emotional, and then AJ kind of gets Nakamura back the next week. So they ran some sort of special on the network. I haven't seen it. It's 35 minutes of Nakamura just talking about his life and him wanting to come to WWE or whatever. Apparently, it's really good.
Yeah.
Probably better than anything we've seen on WWE programming building up Nakamura on SmackDown, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
What do you expect? First off, are you expecting this to be the best match of the show?
I'm hoping it is. I really do. But we've seen Nakamura kind of be lazy Nakamura, so I'm hoping he understands it's WrestleMania. He knows that this is our, Wrestle Kingdom, and
their match at Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know if it was just because I had such high expectations. It did disappoint me a little bit, but I think that's more my expectations were probably too high for the match.
But
the match was really good. No lie, but
that's the thing the issue I'm having is I'm hoping the expectations aren't set so high that we're left going.
Like we expect 6 stars and they give us 4.5 and we're disappointed.
Exactly. We're not going to be grateful for what we're going to be watching.
Mm-hmm. So I think this.
But AJ all the way.
You think
AJ all the way.
This is like I don't know who's going to win, which I love. I love both of them. I like AJ Styles more in terms of what they've been building him as.
Yeah.
Nakamura. I mean, if they built up Nakamura like a superstar and have him just be the Nakamura in New Japan, which might be more Nakamura not wanting to do Nakamura things.
Yeah.
I will be. I think. I picked Nakamura on the Bullet cast, so I think I'm going to go with Nakamura here, just to keep it straight down the middle. Whatever. And I think I'll be cheering for Nakamura.
Okay.
Just to see some, because
you don't need to explain yourself. I understand. You're a huge Nakamura fan. I understand.
But I love AJ Styles too. I don't like seeing my children fight. But I think this match is going to be great. I mean, I don't know where they're going to put this on the card. Do you put this second to last, back-to-back title matches? Like, this is like
no.
WrestleMania. There's so much stuff to talk about, match order, match length. I feel like this should be the main event of the card just because Roman and Brock has the potential to be a disaster. But I think Vince wants Brock and Roman to go on last because Roman's his boy and Brock's his boy. Apparently. Yeah. But you don't want Roman to have the fireworks go off and have a grand finale, even though the crowd might be booing and throwing trash into the ring.
Yeah.
This, as long as the card isn't too long and the crowd isn't dead tired by this point, the crowd can get behind the WWE Championship match and just have fun.
Yeah.
The Universal title match, I'm more intrigued about the crowd than the match itself.
I just want to see the reactions, really. I want to know how long it's going to be. I want to know. There's just so much that comes down to that Universal match.
So let's talk about it. The Universal Championship match, Brock Lesnar going up against Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman cut a damn good promo on Raw. Roman Reigns comes out, doesn't really say much, parts the Red Sea like he's Moses, and he tries to beat up Brock Lesnar, throws 7 Superman punches, but then he gets F5'd and Brock Lesnar leaves standing tall.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yep. I think we all know Roman's going to win.
Yep.
As we just talked about, I'm more intrigued to see everything else besides the match. The match at 31 was great. It was helped by Brock re-signing with WWE. We all knowing that he resigned, so we were like, oh, maybe Vince is going to get cold feet and Roman's not going to win, even though we all knew Roman was going to win, but then Seth cashed in and they made it all great.
Yeah.
This one, no Money in the Bank play. Everything points to Roman winning. How is this match going down? Is it going to be hard-hitting, quick 10 minutes? Goldberg, Brock, balls to the wall, hit your finishers, go home in 5?
I really hope not. But then again, I'm afraid of what's going to actually happen because I don't want a WrestleMania 20 where it's just put to shit by the fans. I really don't know. I mean, I agree that Roman's going to win, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard. You can't predict how fans are going to react until it actually happens.
He was at the Hall of Fame, and they
booed the hell out of him. Second year in a row.
They cut to him once. He got booed, and I don't think they cut to him after that.
Nope.
So, I mean, it might. And this is the Hall of Fame, so that's not even the most hardcore of hardcore fans because there's so much other stuff going on.
Yep.
That honestly, I wouldn't have gone to the Hall of Fame this year. I would do other stuff.
No.
So knowing that the people going to the WWE Hall of Fame are booing him and throw in other people, throw in all the alcohol they're going to be drinking by that point, it might not be a pretty sight.
Exactly.
It'll be a fascinating sight to watch, but I don't know how.
But I can't wait to see what happens.
But then also, I mean, Raw the next night, if Roman comes out, if it's the same thing that what happened last year, with the championship, I mean, do you have Samoa Joe come out and just lay his ass out and just have the crowd pop of the year right there?
Possibly.
I mean,
is there anyone else that could possibly come out or debut or anything that would make everyone go, "Oh my god"?
So we've already gone over the WrestleMania card. Let's just go over the day after WrestleMania. We got Raw, SmackDown. Just go with debuts, returns. What do you think's going to happen? Any shot? I think Samoa Joe. I mean, honestly, I haven't heard anything about him, but I think this is kind of the time frame of he should be coming back.
Yep.
Big Cass probably is a lot viable one. I don't know. Dean Ambrose, he's gone for the next couple months. We're not going to see him for a while, maybe till SummerSlam or something. NXT debuts: Authors of Pain, Ember Moon, Johnny Gargano,
War Machine.
Maybe War Machine. War Machine's only had a couple. I think War Machine is going to do good work on the NXT Tag Team division.
Okay.
But, I mean, you never know. I think Raw after WrestleMania is going to be fun. But this year...
But we're not going to be there.
I know. I mean, this WrestleMania, I'm really excited. This is probably the most... The WrestleMania I'm looking forward to the most, besides 31, because I was there live, probably since 28.
Really?
With Rock and Cena. I really was looking forward to that Cena-Rock match just because, kind of like the AJ Nakamura things, like I literally had no idea who would win, and that makes it so much more fun when you don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Even though, you read all this shit and you try to be the smartest person in the room, you still can't decide who's going to win.
Did you say 28 just because that's what you guys chose?
No.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't have been my choice anyways.
What was your choice?
My choice probably would have been like 19 or 17. If you watch the Bullet Cast, we had a March Mania Madness. Sorry.
This is Curveballs and Chair Shots.
Sorry. Anyways, Dominic.
Thank you.
So how much are you looking forward to this WrestleMania card?
Really looking forward to it. I can't wait to... it's a lot of unpredictable things that are going to be going down. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, the only match that I'm pretty sure is like a definitive 100% is that Universal title match.
And that's going to be Roman winning it.
Yeah, and even even Asuka, even the Ronda match, you can see something going on. Yeah. You can see some shenanigans. I don't want Asuka losing, but you never know with them.
Exactly. They screwed Bailey over. They screwed Daniel Bryan over. They screwed so many people over. Why not screw Asuka, right?
Why not? I mean, you can't have two Japanese champions.
Damn right you can't.
I mean, they have two Japanese Royal Rumble winners. I mean, that's enough, right?
Yep.
But, yeah, so WrestleMania...
Can you put a disclaimer on this? I'm not racist or something like that?
Play the Joyner Lucas song?
There we go.
I'm not racist. Length, in terms of length, overall card.
Oh, my God.
Starts 4 local time. Or, well, 4 our time, 7 local time. And, well, not even 7 local time. 7 on the East. 6 local time, because it's Central time.
Is that kickoff, or is that the main card?
That's the main card. So main card, our time starts at 2. So 2-hour pre-show plus at least
3 hour?
At least a 4-hour WrestleMania card that they're going to go over. So probably they're going to be in there for 7 hours. God, I'm sorry, people. At least they're in a dome. At least they're not,
baking in the sun.
Baking in the Louisiana sun. Or I think even right now, I don't know what the weather is, but I think it's like rainy right now. It sucks.
Yeah. Well.
It sucks to be them.
Yep.
Nice, beautiful, sunny day right now, even though it's been raining the past couple days. It's probably going to rain the next couple hours, but who cares?
Yeah. So what? Don't care.
So, 7 hours. What do you think? So, Nia Jax, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, probably the shortest match on the card. What do you think is going to be the longest match? Do you think it's going to be Shinsuke and AJ? And how long do you think that match is going to be? Do they give them 25 minutes? I think they should give them 25.
I think the longest match is going to be... I think it's going to be the Intercontinental title match. It's going to be the longest match.
How long? I mean, how long is that? 20 minutes? You think that match is going to go 20 minutes? I think every match should probably...
Every match could probably, besides Alexa, because, like I said, that match, unless you're going to make Nia look out to be like a little bitch, but she clearly isn't. I think every match has the ability to go 10 plus.
I mean, I really hope that Asuka Charlotte match is something special and they can go 15 plus minutes.
Yes. But when it comes down to longest match, I think with Miz and Balor and Finn and Seth, just them 3 alone, I think they can put something really nice together, and they could. I'm not trying to take anything away from AJ and Shinsuke, but if that's not going to be last, you're going to have Lesnar and Reigns last, and
How long do you think the Universal title match is going to go?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? You think it's going to be in and out?
Yep. I think you have them come out, they do a little dance, And then Superman punch, spear, done.
Well, no, he has to kick out of the F5. The whole thing has been building up of like no one's been kicking out of the F5 lately. Roman's gonna probably kick out of one or two of them, and then I mean, I can see it maybe going 10, 12 minutes the very most. 10 minutes, I think, is probably the sweet spot because once you go past 10 minutes and you have Roman selling and like having Brock just beat the hell out of Roman and then Roman makes a miraculous comeback.
Yeah.
I think you have the more time you have, the more time you have with the fans can shit on it. So yeah. So that's it for wrestling.
Jeez, fine.
I know, an hour and 10 minutes.
Got to go home now. Jeez.
Let's talk about Brock Lesnar. Dana White was on the UFC Tonight show. Daniel Cormier straight up asked him, when's Brock Lesnar coming to the UFC? And Dana said that Brock he's not signed, but he's coming. He basically confirmed like he's coming to the UFC. I mean, we all kind of knew this. We haven't really heard any talks about.
And then Conor McGregor came in and threw a dolly at him.
Well, I was going to get into that.
Oh.
But it says Conor McGregor right next to Brock. Come on, Dominic. Read the script. But Brock Lesnar going to the UFC. Excited?
Don't care.
Don't care? Even first off, I don't really talk to you about UFC. Do you like UFC? Do you watch it at all? Do you watch the free stuff on Fox?
I do watch the free stuff on Fox. I was into it a long time ago.
They are hurting on star power, which having Brock coming in will help
a little bit.
Will help
them. But the reason why I don't care about Brock going back is I think it kind of hurts me as a wrestling fan because I know Brock can be 100% better wrestler than he is trying to be.
It's just Brock doesn't care.
Because all Brock's want is to beat people up and have money.
Get that money, boy. So, hey, I can't. If he gets paid millions of dollars, do a couple of suplexes and F5, get your money, fam.
Yeah,
I ain't hating.
I feel like I that's why I respect CM Punk so much was because he did it not because of the money, because he enjoyed it. Brock doesn't enjoy it; he's in it for the money.
No, he enjoys. He likes in the ring. He just doesn't enjoy the traveling part.
Well,
he doesn't enjoy the traveling and the people part. But if there was like some sort of like teleporter thing where he can just go from his house to the ring or to Gorilla, like that'd probably be like Brock. He probably maybe not do everything, but he'd probably be around a lot more.
Well, that's what pisses me off. But yeah, he'll go walk down to a ring, fight. He'll whatever. I know their traveling is 100% less. They don't have to do live events. They just,
you fight 2 times a year.
Yeah.
But you're training the entire year.
Yeah.
That training is no joke.
Exactly.
So onwards to more UFC. Conor McGregor totally just fucked up this UFC 223 card.
And fucked up the rest of his career.
Habib Nurmagomedov apparently said something to one of Conor's boys. Conor hops on a flight from Dublin to Brooklyn and trashes a UFC bus. And cost the UFC 3 fights in the making.
How did it cost 3 fights? There's 3 people in that bus?
No, 3 people got hurt and they left the whatever. They couldn't fight after that.
Shit.
Because he was throwing shit at and glass. Like, okay, one guy got his forehead split open. Another guy got glass in his eye. I don't know what happened to the other guy. Dead. Yeah, exactly. So Conor really fucked up. He gets arrested. He turns himself in. He gets charged on assault and stuff like that. Released on $50,000 bail. Going to come back to court in June. What does this make out for Conor McGregor and his UFC career?
You know that they were close to closing a deal with him? Did you hear about that?
Now what? Closing the deal on what? Because they did just strip him of his title.
For him to come back and actually
do something.
Fight again.
Because he hasn't fought since November 2016.
Yeah. So I read somewhere that he was actually close to coming back, and that's why Dana White said that, he just cost his career. That cost him his career because they ain't gonna bring him back.
They're gonna bring him back.
No, they won't.
Yes, you really think Conor McGregor is the biggest MMA star in the world right now? Conor McGregor could fight like a tomato can, and that can draw 500,000, a million buys.
That's that tomato can wins.
I mean, a literal tomato can.
Oh my god. No. No, I read that Dana White he's done with him.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen interviews. He looked pissed, especially all the stuff that's been happening with the.
I guess you got to bring CM Punk in now.
Well, CM Punk's gonna fight at the Chicago card.
Oh yeah,
hasn't announced an opponent yet, but he basically like confirmed I'm gonna fight there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole 223 card looks stacked, and then all of a sudden Holloway.
Goddamn Dolly.
Well, that had nothing to do with that. That was a separate thing.
I know.
But yeah, this whole card was basically fucked over in the matter of 24 hours, which is sad because I was gonna watch it, but then now I'm not gonna watch it, especially with all the other wrestling stuff that's going on. I need to watch it. This week in sports is fucking crazy. You got the Masters, you got UFC, you got all the wrestling stuff, you got baseball, the basketball's going on with the Western Conference, going on with 5 different teams with 3 games of each other. It's crazy. But Canelo Alvarez, we get into boxing. No, we don't really talk UFC or boxing, but we're getting into the it's a fighting weekend.
Are we gonna fight?
Yeah, fucking stab you, bro.
You know this is live. What if a cop is watching this? Now you're gonna stab
Well,
me?
if you see that little thingy right there, it says people, it says 0.
Oh,
I know. So I can just stab you and then delete the video, and nobody will see it.
Wow, that.
But Canelo, we've talked about him eating bad meat. Do not eat the meat from Mexico because apparently it has steroids in it. And the Cinco de Mayo fight with Triple G has been canceled. Triple G says he will fight somebody there on Cinco de Mayo, but no Canelo Triple G too. Pacquiao. I mean, if Pacquiao wants to die, because Canelo will beat that old man's ass. We all know he beat Canelo's ass.
Damn.
But it's a different story for a different day. Canelo, got to get his shit together.
Literally.
Don't eat the meat from Mexico, kids. So RG3 has been signed to the Ravens. A surprising signing.
He's a backup though. Let's get one thing straight. He's a backup
for Joe Flacco.
Exactly.
He's had his knee issues.
Yeah.
Hasn't played since. He started the last game the Browns won.
Ooh.
Boom. I got stats. I got stats for you guys.
Statman.
I know. It's a fun signing. Joe Flacco. I mean, he's gonna start all 16 games unless he doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
RG3. I mean, it always brings up the Colin Kaepernick debate. Why he's signing RG3 when Colin Kaepernick isn't playing? Because Colin Kaepernick's a better player than RG3. He doesn't get injured as much.
Better arm, I think, too.
Yeah, better arm, better runner.
Way better runner.
Yeah.
I know they're comparing RG3 to Michael Vick, but I never saw it. Well, maybe his first year with Washington.
But he was in college. RG3 was tearing shit up over Baylor.
No.
But you wouldn't know because you don't watch college football.
I watch Cal games.
That's why that's not college football. They haven't been since Marshawn Lynch. Even when Jared Goff was there, I mean,
They're all right with Jared Goff.
But anyways, Shohei Ohtani for the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles.
You're not talking about the biggest news in football.
What's the biggest news in football, Dominic?
That bitch Marquette King went to the Broncos.
Oh, sorry. We talked about it last week that he got cut, but now
he went to the Broncos.
He went across enemy lines that goes to the Broncos.
Bitch.
Now you turned against Marquette King.
But no, I mean, I understand why Gruden doesn't like him, but
I don't understand why he doesn't like him.
Because he's cocky, arrogant, and
really,
he's too big of a showman. Football's not about showmanship; it's about sportsmanship.
I think it's just because Gruden doesn't want a punter to be one of the biggest stars, wants to be a bigger star than him.
Yeah.
This whole Gruden thing, I'm kind of jumping off the bandwagon. I'm not really feeling Gruden right now.
Man, when you see them W's add up, though.
Really? He's like a career 500 coach.
When those W's start stacking up.
What, 4 of them?
10.
10 wins? You're saying it right now. 10 wins. Playoffs? AFC West?
Book it down.
Book it down. AFC West champions. 10-6. Oakland Raiders.
Hell yeah.
All right. I mean, I love Marquette King.
I liked him.
I follow him on all the social medias.
He
be tweeting out some stuff, saying all the salty fans and shit like that. Yeah. I mean, I have no problem. I can't wait to see them play the Broncos and Marquette King pins one down like the 2-yard line and he does some like Raider dance or something.
And then fucking someone's gonna break his leg.
That's not nice, Dominic. We do not advocate breaking punters' legs on this show. So Shohei Ohtani of the Anaheim Angels has been tearing shit up
against someone's Oakland Athletics.
Yes, unfortunately. We're not gonna talk about last night's game. But anyways, he's hit 3 home runs in 3 games.
Weren't they winning like 6-0 or something like that?
6-1, but it's because I wasn't watching. I wasn't helping them. He pitched against the A's on Sunday. He's supposed to be pitching again. I don't really know what's going on with his pitching, but he pitched good.
He's raking it.
He pitched good on Sunday. He's hitting the shit out of the ball. Sometimes all these rookies, they kind of start off hot because you don't got the scouting reports on them. Then after a while, they get through a summer slump. But right now, Ohtani's living up to the hype.
Yep, he is, and that's good. That's good, at least.
That's it.
That's
all you got.
Really
How are the Giants doing right now?
Not too bad.
Had a couple off days, postponements, so haven't really been seeing much of them lately.
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in the Bay Area. Microclimates. So, who has a better record though?
Probably the Giants.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, whatever.
Suck it.
Anyways, on to the last bit of sports news. Some sad news. Kyrie Irving had to get a second knee surgery. He is out for the remainder of the season, regular and post. So, this opens up the East.
Bye, Celtics. There goes my chances of...
Looks like the Celtics probably aren't doing it. Gordon Hayward, haven't heard anything about him coming back. Raptors are the number 1 seed. Celtics number 2 seed. The 76ers just jumped over the Cavaliers. So now the Sixers are the 3 seed with the Cavaliers at 4. Who's coming out of the East? I'm hot on the Sixers right now. I can see the Sixers maybe. I mean, I still think overall the Cavs are gonna win the East, but maybe what? I'm just saying.
Maybe the Sixers come out of nowhere.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if the top 4 teams make it through, I can see the 76ers going up against the Cavs in the finals. I can see it.
I can see that.
Nice 4-3 matchup.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, so you think this eliminates all hope for this? All hope for the Celtics.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye and good night. Bang on them.
I think definitely that was it 6 seed. I think everyone's trying to go for that 6 seed right now, trying to go take out the Celtics.
Yeah,
or no,
easy,
7 seed.
Easy.
Well, I mean, it all depends. There's a couple games left, so maybe they fall. I don't know exactly know what the standings are right now, but that's 7-6 seed probably. Because I mean, right now I definitely do not. I'd rather play the Celtics than the 76ers.
Oh yeah,
especially with
everyone. The Sixers is hitting on all cylinders, and then
Embiid's not even in there right now.
Yeah, exactly. But Ben Simmons, man, kicking ass.
The truth.
Yep.
That's why LeBron's going to the 76ers next year.
Right.
He's not going to LA. He's going to Philly.
Right.
Warriors, they're scuffling a little bit.
Don't know what the fuck's going on with them.
Locked into the 2 seed, so I mean, all the losses don't really matter at this point. But you definitely don't want to be, losing to the Pacers.
They're pretty much going against OKC though in the first round.
They did beat them though, barely.
Yeah, but do you have Curry coming back yet?
Not in the first round.
Not in the first round. So you got to beat him again without Curry.
But Carmelo's not. Carmelo ain't doing shit.
But Quinn Cook is a great point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So
there it is.
There you go.
So that is.
And they still have the one of the best players in the game still. So
Kevin Durant,
KD, all day.
Yes. So that is it for this episode, this live broadcast.
Which your microphone's not muted, right?
Not. I hope not.
Making sure.
It was only like a good 45 seconds to a minute. It was probably off that I was trying to talk.
But I think it was muted the whole time. Okay, never mind. Let's not talk about that.
No, that was like messing around with my headset, so I muted it so it didn't like ruffle.
Oh,
and then I turned.
Okay, I thought it was muted for the first 15 minutes.
No.
Oh, okay. That's why I was laughing so hard. Damn it! Now I look like an idiot.
That's okay. Nobody watches it anyways.
I know. Did you have anybody on that? Oh, nope, still 0.
An hour and 23 minutes in total. We knew this was going to be a long one. Not gonna be as long as WrestleMania. That's for sure. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys watch this on the post show, just because it's live, people can watch it afterwards once I post it. All right, calm the fuck down. So thank you for everyone listening, watching. How you consume this multimedia platform?
Like, comment,
subscribe. Slide into the DMs. We're looking for some rats.
Well, no, he is looking for the rats, not me.
Are you sure? Yeah, Mary doesn't listen. She doesn't.
I got standards too, people.
Yeah, high standards. High standards. So, goodbye, everybody. I'm not gonna say goodbye and goodnight because Philip took that, fucked it over. For everybody.
Okay, so no, we gotta start something else. What's another sign off you like? This is our yard now. Goodbye.
Toodles. No? Not Toodles?
No, no Toodles.
All right. Goodbye and good morning. Bang. Are you sure you want to end the stream? Yes.